And we are live.
Hi. All right.
It might not show up yet for them.
Okay.
Let me go here. Okay, let me log in and mute it. There we go.
Awesome.
Hi, guys. So good to see Courtney with Erie Covenant. And I know Amber said she had to leave with Lavender Moon and Dawn and Vicky, Lily Pad. Nice to see all you guys this morning.
Oh, Vicky. Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Amber. Good to see you, honey. So you guys probably all know Trish over at BeanBagHagWag. We're going to be talking to her this morning and learning a whole bunch of good stuff about her. Hi, Vesper. Good morning. I scared the crap out of me right now. Aw. Thank you, Vicky. You're sweet, sweetie.
I can't even see the comments here, so you'll have to keep me filled in. Oh, wait.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you go to my channel now, we're live on the channel.
Uh-huh.
And then just mute your iPad or whatever it is that you're using. You should be able to see them on there. You'll probably see them before me because I'm delayed more in the StreamYard.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see them, but that's okay. That's all right.
You're not seeing any of them?
Mm-mm. Yeah, my iPad's kind of weird though, I guess. It might be old. Everything I have is old.
Yeah, I hear you. So are you ready to get started, sweetie?
I am.
All right. So, oops. Why BeanBagHagWag for the name of your channel?
Okay. I know it's kind of a strange name, and it has nothing to do with, witchiness or my spiritual path at all. When I was a kid, 5, 6, 7, 8, my brother named me that, and it just kind of stuck for all these years. They still call me that, and he's such a dork. He even made a song to go with the name, but I'm not going to sing it because it's horrible. But yeah, that's how I got my name.
Oh, come on. You're not going to sing it for us?
Bean is bagus, hag is wagus, and then it just goes on and on. It's crazy.
You gotta love your brother, right?
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. And how long have you been on YouTube, honey?
It was Beltane 2017 was my first video. And okay. I look back at it and boy, I was so scared. I was so scared. Yeah, and you can just tell. Yeah. But it was so great. Actually, Ravenflower, do you know who Ravenflower is?
I don't think so.
Okay. She's a friend of like Lady Gravedancer. But she kind of got me going on it. She kind of gave me the push to do it. And I'm so glad I did.
I'm so glad she did.
Yeah, it's so great.
Absolutely. Okay, good. You were were you watching a lot before that?
Yes, I watched a lot before that. And then Ravenflower just happened to ask me if I wanted to join a small group on Facebook of witches who weren't out in the public yet. And that's where she gave me my little push. So
wonderful.
It was awesome. She's very generous in every way.
You said Ravenflower. Is she still on YouTube?
Actually, yes, she is. She is.
Okay. I'll have to go check her out.
I think now she does mostly like vlog type things, but
okay. All right. So what is the direction that you envision for your channel?
Actually, just exactly where I'm going now. The main reason I started my channel was to meet people and connect with people. Because let's face it, there are not very many, you don't walk down the street and run into very many witches. So this was a way that I could get to know people, and I've met so many beautiful people through my channel. And I mean, and I literally met them, like Raquel, the Barefoot Taurus. She's come to stay with me a few times, and Dana, Lady Lucy. I think her channel is Shadow Moonwalker now, maybe, or I can't remember. But she lives just not far away, so we've gotten together a few times, and I love how it's helped me connect with other people. And I've met some very, very good friends through my channel. Friends I talk to every day. There's a small group of us who talk every day. A small group of YouTubers. So
I
it's
love
awesome.
that.
It is. It's just wonderful.
Awesome. So we've got Emma, who just came in a couple of minutes ago, walking my path. And we've got Heg Tessa, which is Sonia.
Hello,
And
hello. She's got Hag in her name too.
yes, exactly. And we've got Marge Richer, which is, or I'm not sure if it's Ricker or Richer, which is Leanne. I just learned her name. So hi guys.
I can't believe so many people are here this early. That's crazy.
They're here to see you, honey.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
So, how would you label your spiritual path?
Let's just say pagan. I'm a witch, but I don't know if I consider that. I mean, it is spiritual to me. But okay, a pagan witch, because that's two things that are not going to change. I'll always be a pagan and I'll always be a witch, but so many different avenues to go down yet. So who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe next week I'll have a different label.
Exactly. Let's see. So, do you use divination? If so, what types do you use?
Okay. Dream divination is a huge thing for me. I often have dreams that give me messages. I often have dreams, and then things happen that happened in my dream. And I use tarot and oracle. I don't read for other people. I just read for myself. And I have pendulums, but I've never used them. I'd like to, there's more areas I'd like to get into, but those are the two I use right now, the cards and dreams.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have a website?
I have, I guess it's a website. No, I don't have a website, but I have an Etsy shop. So that's Crooked Cane Designs, and I sell my art and some spiritual implements through that, and then I'm on Instagram, of course, under the same name, and I have a Facebook page for my shop.
Okay, so guys, I just put her Etsy shop in the chat for you, and let me grab the other one. Where did I put that? I have to like keep switching between like web pages. And there's her Facebook, guys.
Thank you.
Facebook page. You're welcome, honey. So please go and check it out. And one last thing too, which might help. Let me go there really quick. I love your banner also on your channel.
Oh, Brittany, Palm Tree Bewitchery. She made that for me.
She did a great job. I love it.
So talented. She's so talented. I just love it.
I'm burning her candle right now as we speak.
Oh, her
I'm always burning it.
Her candles are amazing. I still have the one up in my bedroom, and I can, it's half burned down. I don't use it all the time, just when it's something special. And every time I walk in my room, I can smell it. Oh, yes.
Mine is like down to here.
They're just wonderful.
I love it. It smells so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I put Trisha's YouTube channel also in chat for you guys. Sorry, I keep looking over here because this is where my chat is. Yeah. So it's like I'm talking to you guys over here, but I should be talking to you here.
That's
you
all
think
right.
I get used to that, right? I'm terrible. So what are your tarot birth cards? Do you know what they are?
I wrote them down. Yes, the Hanged Man and the Empress. I don't know what that all means, but that's what they are.
I just interviewed had the same ones. Who was it? You guys probably remember who had those. I don't remember.
I know how that is. I couldn't remember what I wrote down 2 days ago, so.
Yep, I hear you.
Yeah.
Courtney from Erie Covenant says, nice. I love art. I am personal with mine, Scorpio thing, but love seeing others. LOL, definitely will check it out.
Oh, thank you.
Amber, Autumn Star Amber says,
oh, she is
Trish's shop is amazing. She does custom things and has art too.
She is so supportive. She's one of my favorite customers.
She's a wonderful lady.
Oh, she is.
Definitely. All right, so let's move on to the next question, and that would be, what is your life path number?
That would be number 3, and I love the number 3, so I'm glad about that.
It's perfect. It's a very spiritual number.
Well, and I really don't know what that means either, so fill me in.
That is more that their life path, their focus is on spiritual things. Okay. So it doesn't surprise me that you're a witch. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. So the next question is, what is your sun sign?
Okay, I'm a Gemini, and I'm totally a Gemini in every way. And I looked up my moon and my rising, and I don't know what that means, but both of them were Leo. So that's kind of, I didn't expect that.
Leo is fire sign, right?
Yeah.
And what did you say your other
both
one was?
Of them,
Gemini.
Leo, both of them, moon and rising.
Your sun sign is Gemini, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And Gemini is what?
Air.
Is that oh, it's an air sign. Okay.
It's an air sign.
I'm not super great with astrology yet.
And that's not that's not the element I work with the most. So that kind of confuses me as well. I'm a big water girl.
Maybe it's to balance you out too, though.
Maybe.
Hi, Debbie. Kendra's spiritual journey, Debbie.
Hi.
Okay, so do you have a current favorite tarot card?
I do. I like Knight of Cups. There's 2 of them. 3 of Cups and Knight of Cups are both my favorites. They seem celebratory to me. I don't know. I just like those 2 cards. Yeah. Joining
in with others and
yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. And what decks are you currently working with?
Okay. At the beginning of the year, my goal was to use a different deck every month because I have probably 8 different decks, Oracle and Tarot combined. But I just keep going back to the one deck that that works for me. My friend Dana gave me Shadowscapes, right? And that is a nice soft deck for me when I feel like I need a little softer answer. But Spellcasters is, woo, there we are. This deck is just so on point. It really speaks to me. So that's the one I use. And I do use Oracle every day. And this is the Oracle deck I use. And it is so beautiful in every way. The cards are amazing. They're just beautiful.
Can you show us a couple cards?
Okay, I will. They're so beautiful. Like, look at the artwork on that.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, very Victorian.
Yeah, they're just gorgeous. This one is so cool. I never pulled this one. Isn't that nice? Yeah, I just love that.
Funky.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love them. So Erie Covenant, Courtney says, I am Scorpio and Scorpio. Don't know how that happened or how it exactly works, but it's okay. I like the dark, LOL. At least I am not the only one that got double sign trouble, LOL.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Vesper says, I love the Shadowscapes and Spellcasters decks. The latter should arrive in the mail soon. I'm so excited. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that I just love that deck so much. It's so honest and pulls no punches. I mean, one day I pulled the death card, and the death card never really means death, but somebody I knew died that day. It's
sometimes it can.
Yeah, it did that day.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, death really, well, I believe death is really just a transformation. I don't think it's an end by any means. So, but I think hopefully most of the time it doesn't mean literal death.
I was so amazed. Usually it doesn't quite mean that so literally.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you, what is your significator card in the tarot? And I think I missed.
No, that's the right question. Okay. The Empress. The Empress.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I dig her.
Mm-hmm. She's awesome. I'm just now learning about, let me grab it here. Tarot of the She.
Okay.
And the Empress, they talk about the Empress on here in a way that I had never thought about the Empress before. I mean, I thought of her almost like Gaia, but they bring up like Danu or I mean Mother Mary. I mean anybody really.
Right.
That like mother of the goddess.
Motherly, very motherly. I sometimes lean towards Queen of Cups as well, but usually just Empress.
Love that.
Yeah.
So what is the current deck that you're working with? Are those the ones that you're currently?
Yeah, these are the two I'm currently working with.
Okay.
And I can't get out of that space. I try to use the other decks and they just don't resonate with me as well. And then I kind of give up and go back to this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I should rehome those other decks because if I'm not using them, somebody could use them, I'm sure.
You never know, though. As much as we grow and change, something might spark one day.
That's true, too. Which leads us to the next question. I am not a collector.
You're not a collector. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I collect other things, but not decks.
Yeah. Well, what do you collect then?
Oh, bugs and crystals and stones and yeah.
Do you have any skulls?
I have pieces of skull. Well, I do have a skull hanging on my wall in my living room. A big steer. is hanging on my wall. So yeah.
Any crystal skulls?
No, I don't.
I want to get me some skulls. I don't have any.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
cool, aren't they? Yeah. I love
Hi, Drew.
crystals. Pardon?
Drew just came in. Hi, honey.
Hi.
And
She's a
Jessica.
good friend.
Hi, honey. So the next question is, well, you already said you're not a collector, and you
Right.
said you have roughly like 8 decks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you currently have a favorite book or artist?
One of my favorite artists is Mary Engelbright. As far as painting goes, I wasn't quite sure what you meant by artist. So Billie Eilish is a fabulous artist to me. And then Fleecy Macy is a poet and a writer, and I love her work.
Okay, and that's a broad term. Art is in the eye of the beholder.
Right.
So,
I wasn't sure. And gosh, Billie Eilish is just, I dig her. She is amazing, that little girl.
now, I've seen her like bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Is she a music artist?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
she's fabulous.
I'll have to check her out.
She's a little dark, but awesome.
Okay, cool. Just seeing if there's any. Oh, yes, love Billie Eilish. Amber says.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, hi, Yvette, the Witch of Willow Creek.
Oh,
Yvette.
hi.
She says she loves Billy too. So, do you have a current favorite book or artist?
I don't have a current favorite book, which is, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I haven't read a book from cover to cover all year. I've been using reference books, Scott Cunningham, Penziak, and I have many books. I have a few Book of Shadows written by other people. But yeah, most of my books are basically used for reference right now. So I used to be such a huge reader before the YouTube thing. So I got to find a little balance there, I think.
Before the YouTube thing, famous final words, right?
Right. I used to read at work a lot to keep myself awake, and now I just put on somebody's channel and binge on that all night long. So
Exactly. Sounds like me. I have not finished a book. I take that back. I finished this book. And I finished my guidebooks.
okay.
But other than that, I use them as references. Or it just takes me a while to get through them because I might be reading like 10 different damn books, that I started. Oh.
Right. Yeah, I need to get back into the reading. And I thought maybe when winter came I would, but that hasn't happened yet. So we'll see. Winter's very long here. I've got a long way to go.
Do you have a current favorite TV series that you are enjoying?
Well, I did like the Discovery of Witches when that was on. I don't think the new season has started yet. Me and my husband were watching that. And I hate to admit it, but my husband likes to watch Ancient Aliens. And I'm always like, oh, Ancient Aliens. I just hate that show, but it just sucks you right in. And yeah, so I do love to watch that stupid show.
I was watching that at 5 a.m. this morning, laying in bed.
Right? I mean, really, it just pulls me right in.
Hi, Papa Squirrel. Nice to see you.
Hi.
Trish cannot see the comments. They're still not coming up for you?
No, they're not.
Okay. Amber says that she loves the Discovery of Witches. The new season hasn't started. Yeah. How did
I was so excited when that series, when I found out they were going to make a series, because I read the books years ago and loved the books. And they're pretty, they're pretty close to the books, actually.
How many seasons do you think that we should expect if you've read the books? Because I have not read the books.
There were three
Three books.
books, and they pretty
Okay.
much covered the first book in the first season. So, yeah.
So maybe 3 seasons then.
Yeah.
Unless they go
Unless
on
she wrote
from
more that I don't know about. So,
Gotcha. How did you watch it? Did you watch it on Sundance or did you watch it on Amazon?
Sundance.
Sundance,
Yeah.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do you have a favorite witch movie or series?
I'm so bad because I really have never watched very many of them. Um, I've watched Practical Magic and love that one. And my husband actually loves that one, but he just loves watching Sandra Bullock and what's her name? He thinks they're pretty cute. So I'm sure that's what he's thinking. But yeah, we love that show. The other ones, and we were going to watch like Hocus Pocus and start watching all these old ones just so I knew what people were talking about. I watched, what's the one with them 4 girls, and they were in high school. Was that wasn't Charmed?
Little Liars? Pretty Little Liars?
No, it was years and years ago.
Oh, The Craft.
The Craft. We watched that and we're so disappointed. But I think if I would have watched that when I was young, I would have liked it. But being in my 50s, it just didn't resonate with me very much. So I don't know.
You look so good for being in your 50s, honey.
Oh my God, thank you. You're so sweet. 55. Oh my God, 55 and still alive.
You look fabulous. You guys, she worked all night. And this is, at first I seen her, I said, this is how you look right after you get off work. Whatever. Whatever.
Just slap some lipstick on. You can't see. It's, from here up, I'm dressed and I have pajama bottoms on. So
I think a lot of people do that though.
Yeah.
So let's just go through these comments just a little bit. Hi, Lady Blind Wolf. Good to see you, honey.
Hello.
Yeah, the 90s. Remember watching The Craft, Emma. Yeah, she is gorgeous. Drew says you're gorgeous. Yes, you are.
You're gorgeous.
Yvette says you look amazing, Trish.
Thank you. Oh, geez. I'm going to blush.
That's okay. No problem, honey. We understand. That show was epic when it first came out. The Craft. Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, I wish I would have watched it back then. I think that was when my son was just a babe. So I didn't watch a whole lot of television back then. And I still don't. But
Vesper says the other one that you were talking about in Practical Magic is Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman, and she is awfully cute. So
she's very beautiful. Yeah. So the next question then is, do you have a favorite season of the year?
I just love them all. In Minnesota, we have 4 seasons. Well, winter's our longest one. I love winter. My favorite time of year is the change of seasons. It's like when you get really, you start to get really tired of the season you're in, and the change of season feels so good. Summer, I love summer, but it only lasts about 4 months here. So I love them all. I love fall. I love them all. If my least favorite is spring, because it's so messy here with all the snow melting and the mud, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Bosadie. And there was someone else who just came in.
There's a lot of people.
And Diane, Earthy Taurus.
I'm just amazed that so many people are awake and up.
I know, seems like a better time for everybody.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So, do you feel a stronger connection with a certain element?
Water. Water is definitely my element. I use fire a lot in my magic, but I use water. I use water a lot. I use water to meditate in. Water is so grounding to me, even more so than earth. I just find water so grounding. Yeah.
Drew says, I see that you changed how you asked that question, Rachele.
Oh, yeah. Drew's answer was great.
That was totally my bad. And I could see how somebody would think that coming
That
off
was
of all the
funny.
questions. When she did that, although she was the first one that did that, but everyone make sure to show those lovely ladies some. Oh, thank you so much, Papa Squirrel. Vesper, where are you? It's afternoon for me. Oh,
Right now it's 8:33 in the morning for me.
Oh, and it's 9:30 for me.
Yeah.
So,
Right now.
All right. So, do you have any daily rituals that you do?
I do. Sometimes my day is night, sometimes my night is day. So it's not so much the time of day I do something, but every day I make time to go sit in my little witchy room. Basically my whole house is that way, but I have a room upstairs that I keep my altar in, and I always go up there. I'll take tea or coffee or a cocktail, preferably, up and just kind of unplug, unwind, and make time for sitting at my altar. And then a ritual is actually I talk to my girls every single day. So that's part of my ritual too.
I love that.
I
I've
do.
seen some of your house and your witchy room. Oh my gosh, I love it. You are such a great decorator.
Oh my gosh, it's just so much. It's like one of my girlfriend's daughters came in one time and said, "Wow, it's really loud in here, but it works." So, yeah, I have a lot to look at. But it's comfortable to me. Some people might come in and think, "Egads," but it's comfortable to me. So I guess
I love it.
that's all that matters, because I'm the one who has to be in it. So
That's right. Your personality comes out. In all of what you surround yourself.
everywhere. It's everywhere.
I love that. All right. So let me see. What was the next question? Do you prefer coffee or tea?
I am a big coffee drinker. Sometimes I think there's not enough coffee in the world, and I could probably drink, I don't know, muddy, strong coffee, because it keeps me awake. So, and that's what I need. I like iced tea. I'm not real crazy about hot tea so much, because I don't get the boost I get from coffee, but I love iced tea. So I guess a little of both.
Yeah.
And vodka. I love vodka.
Right on. Do you have a special skill or hobby that you would like to talk about?
Besides my art, um, I love cooking. Cooking is therapeutic for me. I did go to culinary school, so I actually know what I'm doing, and that's probably another reason I'm so fat. But because I'm an awesome cook, if I I have to just say it, I'm really good at it. So that's probably my biggest skill, is cooking.
Awesome. I love you.
Oh,
I really do.
you.
I love that. I'm just really good at it, right? I love that. Own it.
I am, but I went to school and learned how to do it. So there's a reason I'm good at it. I wasn't good at it before I went to school. So
Well, I think it's wonderful.
thank you.
So, what is your favorite holiday or Sabbath?
Um, probably, I mean, right, Samhain. Who doesn't love Samhain? And that's everybody's answer. And I love it so much. It's so meaningful. But I love Beltane and I love Letha, which isn't a very popular one, but that's when summer truly is here for me, is for Letha. So
Okay.
yeah.
So Amber says art skills are amazing. Beautiful watercolor, mixed media, candles,
Thank you.
oils, salts,
Thank
all
you.
your stuff. And
She's so
Papa
sweet.
said, Papa said, you're right, Trish. There's not enough coffee in the world. I like it
Right?
strong and black, like
I
my
know.
heart.
I could like eat the coffee beans, you know, just there's some nights I could just eat the coffee can.
Exactly. So Yvette says, we're going to Trisha's house. I'm like, if
Oh,
you're not going to cook,
you're,
we're taking a road trip.
you're so welcome. We are big entertainers here at my house. We love to have parties. We love to have guests. So if anybody just wants to come to Minnesota for a visit, I'm trying to get Drew and Erica to come to, and Brittany. I would love to have a visit from all those girls. Mm-hmm.
Papa says there's another one that I say, but I don't think it's appropriate to say this early in the morning.
Oh, what would that be? It's not early in the morning for me. It's late at night for me.
So he also asks, have you ever had the chocolate covered coffee beans?
I have, and they're wonderful. They're awesome and very addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's double the caffeine too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not much sleeping happens after those.
Yeah. Are you one of those people that you can drink a bunch of coffee and then still go to bed?
Not so much anymore. I used to be able to. Now sleep becomes really hard for me. As I've gotten older, it is real hard for me to sleep when it's light out. I get so excited when I get a night off and I can sleep in the dark. Yeah, it does affect me.
See, I used to not have any problems. Now I can't do it. That's why I'm switching more to, tea versus coffee because of that.
Right.
And not drinking it after a certain time. But my husband, he
Yeah.
can literally just friggin' chug the coffee. Literally just because I got him one of those big Dunder Mifflin, from like the office.
Yeah.
Those big mugs that's
a
like
little keg of coffee.
20 ounces. He drinks that and he does dark roast and then he'll go to bed in 15 minutes. He's on live.
Oh, that's amazing.
I don't understand how you can do that.
Yeah. I have to stop drinking coffee about 5 hours before I go to sleep.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
You know the coffee stains on my teeth. About it. Don't look. So, let's see here. Has your reading style changed over time as far as tarot?
Yeah, it has, as I've gotten better at it. I used to be real concerned about what the book said. And with this deck, Spellcasters, I can sometimes just look at the picture and it might not be what the book actually says, but it's what comes to me. So it's gotten easier. And I think that's basically because I'm encouraged by the girls I talk to. I mean, they pull their cards out and then I will pull my card. I love it when they pull cards because then it kind of makes me have to pull a card. And yeah, so I've gotten better at it. I still wouldn't read for anybody else, I don't think, but I'm good at reading for myself.
Good. Leanne says we should start with which coffee company we can sell coffee in IV drip bags. The strands sold separately, or the stands sold separately. Whatever.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I have some IV stands at work. I can walk out with.
And Jessica says that there are actually people that do coffee enemas. I have heard of that too.
I have too. And you know what? I'm not going there.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, do you remember your dreams?
I do. Not always. I don't always have real vivid dreams, but when I do, I certainly remember them. One example of how my dreams work is years ago, I was called for jury duty, and I was so nervous about it. Uh, I didn't want to do it so bad, and I couldn't figure out why. And a couple days um, before jury duty, I had a dream that downtown St. Paul um, just blew up. Everything was just chaos and a mess, and it was a horrible dream, the kind where you wake up and you're upset. And sure enough, my first day of jury duty, I fell on the steps at the courthouse and broke my foot. So that dream was just telling me, I think something's going to happen, something that's going to just throw your whole life out of the norm. So
Yeah. Oh, that's quite a dream.
it is. It was awful, awful. And sometimes during different moon phases, my dreams will be more crazy and vivid. And yeah. I don't keep a book next to my bed, though. I don't, and I should, but I don't. I don't often write them down. But boy, the ones that mean something, I remember.
It's funny. I'll go back and I'll look at my dream log and I'll forget that I even had that dream. Seriously, forget it. And it was like a wild ass dream. I mean, I've got a whole book of like, oh my God, like, man, I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's awful.
Lady Blind Wolf says, I think of Prince whenever I hear Minnesota.
Oh God. I cried for months after Prince died. And I know I didn't know him personally, but that was so huge for us here. It was huge.
And they're still talking, or they were still talking about the coffee and this nasty stuff. She can't see the comments, guys. Let's see, where were we? Is there a time period that you feel drawn to?
The 70s. I wish I could go back to the 70s sometimes. That was such a awesome time. That and back in the horse and buggy days, I always feel like sometimes I was born in the wrong time. I should have been born, like when Laura Ingalls Wilder was around. And yeah, those are the two. The 70s, I thought the 70s were awesome. Awesome. But that's because I was growing up in the 70s. So
yeah. I was born in 71, so I got pretty much all of the 70s. Not like as a teenager or anything, but
right.
I know you were like a young teen towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an awesome time.
Yeah, it was a good time. And Laura Ingalls Wilder time. Oh my gosh, yes.
I know. And she was from Minnesota too. So yeah.
Oh wow. That's cool. Don't they have the house that she grew up there that you can do like a museum?
Yeah, I'm sure they have a museum. I'm sure they do. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I've never been there though. That would be a drive.
So let's catch up on chat a little bit here. Drew says, I love My Strange Addiction. Crazy show.
Oh.
Watched a show called My Strange Addiction. I seen it there.
Oh, I heard about that. Where somebody was eating hair. They were addicted to eating their own hair. Oh, that's so weird.
Wow. Yeah, that's weird.
I think that might creep me out.
Yeah, Yvette says when people come back to watch, they're going to wonder what the hell is going on. The conversation. I remember the one where she was nonstop eating paper. Oh my gosh. I've not heard of that show before.
How
I love my strange
awful.
addiction. It's the only
And
thing
how
that
do you
makes me
get
look normal.
addicted to something like that?
Vicky says, I like hoarders. Makes me feel better about my mess. Yeah.
I've known a few hoarders, let me tell you.
I've been in a hoarder house, a couple of them actually, and it was
That's
friggin' insane.
scary.
I mean, all you had was like a little path through the whole house.
Yeah. How
In,
sad
and
is
it was
that?
a huge house. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I don't know how people can live that way.
I don't know. It's so sad.
It really is. Hi, Opal. Good morning, honey. What else we got here? Let's see. Trying to catch up. Oh, I need to watch Witcher. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, that's tomorrow, right? That starts tomorrow on Netflix. I need to.
I need to do Netflix. We're trying to we're going to get rid of our cable because it's so expensive, and we're going to do something a little more reasonable, such as Netflix.
Emma said from walking my path that I saw one where a woman eats through her armchair. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's mental illness, boy. Big
Yeah.
mental illness.
You'll have to search on YouTube addicted to the woe. It's so stupid. Huh. It's a sort of dance. Okay, I'll look at you. The Last Kingdom is pretty good. Oh, I like The Last Kingdom. Have you watched that before?
I have not.
That's like Viking kind of.
Oh, I bet yeah. Is that on Netflix too?
Yeah, I think it is Netflix.
Yeah, we definitely want to get Netflix going here because it's much more reasonable and awesome shows we're missing out on.
Yeah. I love Netflix. All right, so let's see. Were you raised in the path or did you veer off from your family?
I was not raised in the path. My family is Catholic. I have a sister who's Lutheran. I have a brother who's an atheist. So I went to a Catholic school. I tried really hard as an adult to be a good Catholic, but it wasn't happening. And the best thing that ever happened in my life is switching my spiritual path to the pagan journey I'm on. And it's awesome and wonderful and fulfilling in every way. So, and a lot of things about the Christian path I grew up in, makes me like, I've been called lately, I think, to start, working with a masculine energy. And because of the God I grew up with, that's a little frightening to me, and I'm not quite ready for it. I think I'll wait until after winter to delve into that a little bit, because the Catholic, the Christian God is not a very pleasant one. So.
Oh yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
As you're saying it, I'm sitting there going,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, look at how Christianity has treated women. I mean, women are the reason for the fall of man, right? The mistakes of man.
Exactly. Blame it all on us. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he gave up his own son. I mean, how do you do that? How can you do that? So, yeah, he's not somebody I want to follow.
Yeah. if that's actually what happened. I think it's more of a control thing, to be honest with you, because there was a lot more books that were not even put into the Bible canon
Oh,
that
exactly.
talk
They
differently.
put into the Bible what they wanted us to know.
Mhm.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like a bunch of old men just got together and just started writing these books. These were books that were compiled from different time periods
Right.
and different people. And some of them might be the same. Some of them were anonymous. They didn't even know who they were from.
Right. And
So,
there's none written by women in there. And I know women wrote some. So
yipper duty. Okay, so do you feel supported by your family spiritually now?
I do. Very much supported in every way. It took my little sister a while. My little sister is a teacher in a Lutheran school, and she is very, very Christian. Um, and it wasn't until she lives out of state, so she's not here very often. And it wasn't until she found my YouTube channel through my Etsy that she kind of warmed up to it a little bit. She didn't know I was so serious about it and had been doing it for so long. But now she's very supportive. My whole family is supportive. In fact, all my family from St. Paul here are going to be joining me on Saturday to celebrate Yule and the solstice. So that'll be awesome.
That's wonderful.
I'm very excited because they're excited. So, yeah.
Didn't you say this is the first time in
Yes.
quite a while? Yeah.
Well, this is the first time they've ever really celebrated one of my holidays. We have a very expensive wedding for my sister out of town. Her son is getting married. So we're postponing our family Christmas until May. We've done that before where we'll just meet in Eau Claire and celebrate. Last time it was on Cinco de Mayo, and we all come in with Christmas presents. But this year they said, we still want to get together, so we decided to do it for Yule, and it's awesome. I'm so excited.
Good for you, sweetie.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
I have a beautiful, wonderful family. I couldn't ask for a better family.
Awesome. If you could have a deep conversation with anyone during any time in history, who would it be and why?
Oh, there's so many. How do you pick just one? I mean, like Jesus Christ for sure is one of them that I would love to speak with, but there's like Janis Joplin and Carl Sagan, and I kept thinking and thinking of who, and you know what? I'd love to speak with Mr. Rogers. I know that's an odd one to pick, but I think it would be awesome to sit down and talk to Mr. Rogers.
Right on.
Kind of boring.
Kind of what?
Kind of boring.
No, he touched a lot of people's lives.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I grew up with him, and I just think he was just great. So, and I can't wait to see the Mr. Rogers movie.
Yeah, that looks good. I love Tom Hanks.
Oh, I do too.
Well, thank you, Papa Squirrel, for coming by. Have a good morning.
Bye.
So, and I loved that Jesus Christ, and then you go to Janis Joplin.
Right? There's so many different people.
I love that. Oh, now, if you could go to any event in history, what would it be?
That would definitely be Woodstock. I was 4 years. Let's see. I was just a toddler when Woodstock happened, so I missed out on that. I think that would be awesome to go back and go to Woodstock.
Right on.
Yeah.
You loved a lot of that 70s music, didn't you? Late 60s.
Well, 70s. Everything about the 70s. Everything about the 70s. I'm a big pot smoker. The whole works. Yeah.
Groovy.
Yeah, it's righteous. I'd stay away from the psychedelics. I'm a little too old for that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hmm.
So, what do you wish to gain from your YouTube channel going forward?
Just it, pretty much just more of what is happening now. This type of thing. This is so beautiful to be able to connect with people this way. It's just so wonderful, and it warms my heart. I love the people I've met through my channel. I just love everything about it. I can't believe I even hesitated so long to do it, because it's so worth it. And I just encourage everybody who thinks about doing it and they're scared to do it, just do it. It's so great. It's so great.
Yeah, just rip that Band-Aid off, right?
Exactly, exactly. And it just gets easier and easier, and you meet more people, and it's just wonderful. I haven't
Yeah.
had a bad experience on YouTube yet. I've only been on it for 2 years, but I haven't had a bad experience with it. So,
Awesome.
mhm.
Well, I already asked you earlier if it was all right if I opened it up for um, everyone to ask questions of you. So
Totally.
I'll do that
Yes.
now, okay?
Okay.
So if anyone has any questions, please type them in for us. My mom did a lot of drugs at Woodstock. That's what Jessica says. That explains my brain damage. My brain damage, she says. Vicky says, "Oh my God, I loved Captain Kangaroo."
Yes, Captain Kangaroo. Oh, he was just so cute. So cute.
Opal says, "Oh, me too. I was thinking about making my channel a few years ago, but I'm so glad that I decided to make my channel."
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
wonderful. It's so wonderful.
So, okay. Willow Creek, the Witch of Willow Creek Yvette asks, "Can you show us a little bit of your art?"
I don't have any down here with me. Um, and I post all my art pretty much on my Facebook page. Whenever I finish something and put it off in the mail, I automatically put it on my page. But it's way upstairs.
And she doesn't want to get up, guys. She's wearing her PJs.
I told you. Didn't I say before we started, just so I don't have to stand up?
Yes. um, with winter being so long there, do you struggle with magic? This is Lady Blind Wolf, April.
No, I don't. I find I do more magic in the winter. I don't know if it's because I have more time. I just think winter here in Minnesota is so beautiful. I know Dana would think I'm crazy. She hates it. I just think it's magical. I love winter. I love the cold, and I do more magic in the winter. I have more time. There's less social engagements, and I can focus more on my magic. In the summertime, I tend to um, collect my herbs and such in my garden and whatnot. And in the winter is when I get to actually use everything. So,
Okay.
good question.
Amber says, "I need to post a picture of the Artemis she did for me. It blew my mind." Oh,
Oh, that was a fun one. I loved doing Artemis. I love doing different goddesses because as I'm doing them, I'm learning. So but I do a lot of research before I ever put my pencil to the paper. I try to find out as much as I can about a goddess, and so that way I'm learning about it. And like the few times I've done Hecate, it's almost like, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but it's almost because I don't work with her, but it's almost like she's with me, guiding me a little bit. I've done two of Hecate, and I love doing the goddess ones. The goddess paintings are
that's
my
really
favorite.
cool.
Yeah.
I might be contacting you about doing. doing one.
That would be awesome.
I would love that.
Mhm.
So Yvette says, why did I not know that about the PJs?
Yeah, really?
Opal says that she's been doing a lot of magic lately too.
It's
Lady April says, I feel I struggle in winter. I focus more on study.
well, and that's great too. Whatever calls you is what you should be doing. So,
So Vicky Lilypad says, how much snow do you have right now?
right now we probably have, oh, I don't know, maybe a foot, maybe a little less than a foot. Like it was really cold yesterday. It was below zero. This weekend it's supposed to be in the 30s, so we'll lose a lot of the snow. But
Yeah.
by the time February comes, maybe even March and April, we have like it's 5 feet. We have a lot of snow usually, which is why a
Amber,
spring is not my favorite season because it's so messy in the spring.
it's muddy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And now that I have a dog, it's going to be even worse.
Muddy in the house. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Paw prints.
yeah. I haven't had a dog for many years, and this is my first winter having a dog again, and not looking
Oh,
forward to
boy.
the muddy spring.
Well, thank you for coming, Amber. I hope
Bye,
you have a
Amber.
lovely
Thank
evening.
you.
And Drew says, if you can share, how did you meet Holda?
Okay. I had been working with Frigga for a while, and Frigga and Holda are a lot alike to me. Um, and it was, I had an aunt when I was young. She was actually my grandfather's aunt, and her name was Hulda. And just a few synchronicity. I have furniture from her. It was just that name kept coming up, and I really didn't know who she was then. But I think it was just things in my past that, and the fact that she's the one who collects the babies who can't go to heaven because they're not baptized. And that was a huge issue for me when I had my son. I refused to have him baptized. Finally, my husband, my ex-husband, at the time we were married, but he made me do it. So my son got baptized when he was 12. But things like that, just things like that that are that correspond to her so much. Um, she's an awesome goddess. And I really do need to do some videos about her because not a whole lot of people know who she is or much about her.
I don't.
She's the winter goddess. She is where the snow comes from. She's shaking out her pillows when it snows, and she's Mother Goose.
Is she
That's who
Norse?
Mother. She is. If you spell it with an O, she's Germanic, and if you spell it with a U, she's Norse.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, let's see. Have you ever painted Bast? Opal asks.
No, I haven't, but I would love to. I don't know a whole lot of, I would have to do some research about bats. That's the cat, right?
Yes,
The cat lady.
the Egyptian
Mm-hmm.
cat goddess. Yeah. Jessica Morales says, I love Hecate. I'm a daughter of hers.
I had done a painting of Hecate, and I didn't know she had other forms. And when somebody approached me to do her in her Bremo form, I was like, well, what the hell is that? And she described it to me. And she is some powerhouse. She is
Yeah.
an awesome, awesome goddess.
So Leanne asks, do you enchant every everyday mundane things. If so,
I
what?
Oh yes, I do. In fact, even when I paint, I try to use moon water when I'm painting. I try to incorporate magic into everything. Um, Mopping my floor, everything, everything. And that's why I can't describe myself as a certain kind of witch, because I kind of just do it in everything I do. There is no mundane, really. It's all magical.
Yeah. Um, Leanne also asks, what is the strangest thing that you currently own?
Oh, what is the strangest thing I have? Oh, everything in my house is strange, really. I mean, it's like a freaking museum. Um, I think mostly the dead bugs I have are kind of strange for a girl to have. My husband brings them home for me as gifts. It's just, yeah, kind of weird.
And you just use them in your spell work?
I do. I do. Um, he collects a lot of dragonflies for me. He actually, and those are so great for transformation. I have a dragonfly before, like the shell before it comes out, and they're ugly. They are an ugly bug. Um, what else do I have? It's just everything is so weird, but that's what I love about it. My husband works um, in a warehouse, and they get things from other countries. So he has this bug that came in a box, and it's some sort of bee, but it's the biggest, ugliest bee I've ever seen. It's nasty, but yeah, he brought it home for me. He's so
Well,
thoughtful. Through the
did you bring
flowers,
home-
let's hear a
I,
bug.
I was just going to say that. Does your husband bring you home flowers? No, he brings me home bugs. He knows
Bug,
me so well.
bug. And rocks. He'll bring me rocks that he thinks I'll like. So,
um, good morning, Summer.
hi,
And
Summer.
Drew says she just loves it when you talk about Hulda. You just light up. I'm
Oh my
usually,
God. That's why I would see I could cry just even talking about it. That's why I feel almost like I don't want to disrespect her by seeking a masculine energy. I need to make sure it's okay with her first. She is just awesome. She's an awesome goddess, and she's just not talked about enough.
yeah. Opal says Bast is her goddess.
Beautiful. They're
Well,
all so wonderful. They are all wonderful.
oh, and Emma says that, oh, you did show the painting the other day of Hecate. Can't remember which channel it was.
Vicky showed it. Lily Pad showed it
Oh,
on her. That was the one I did in Bremo form, which is creepy.
I'll check that out. I know I'm behind on yours, Vicky, as well. I'm sorry, honey.
I had never painted blood spatter before on a painting, and that was so fun. I loved
Oh,
it.
boy. No, I
Yeah,
definitely want to go see
yeah,
it.
it was so cool.
Some men bring flowers, some bring bugs. LOL, that's what Emma says.
I'll take the bugs.
I have a couple of cicadas and wasp nests, death moths,
Yes,
and jars.
cicadas.
That's what Yvette from Willow Creek says. I got happy. My husband brought me ocean water from working out of town. Yeah, that's
Well,
cool. Just
isn't that beautiful? I have
yeah,
a girlfriend who brings me sand every time she goes on a trip.
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Yep, all goddesses are amazing. I don't have a god due to my Christian faith. I was
Exactly,
in,
exactly. It's a scary thing to
yeah.
be even thinking about it. But
Mhm. I have a bit of resistance to bonding with deities, is what Emma says. Yeah.
It took me a long time to, I mean, I've worked with goddesses before, but I've never had the bond I have with Hulda. Um, she's my girl. She just, yeah, she's like in everything, in everything.
Yeah. Path I did too, but Hecate seeked me out. I had dreams of her and a crazy paranormal experience she saved me from. Wow.
Isn't
That
that
was from Jessica
something?
Morales.
That's just so cool.
She says she doesn't like to commit. That's why she has resistance around working with deities. That's what Emma says. Yeah.
I agree. It is hard to do that for some of us. You know, growing up Christian, you're very committed to this one God,
Mm,
and you can't even think of having another one. No false gods before me. And yeah,
yeah.
it
You know, I mean, for me, with the Christianity thing, being raised that way, absolutely. That's where I've always been. But, I still do believe that it's all one. I believe that we're all
I
one.
do too. I totally do too. And I think Hulda might even come as a different god or goddess someday to me. I think maybe they can. I don't know. We don't know. Nobody really knows.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think Frigga was Hulda all along. I don't know.
Frigga
It's
was
hard to
the wife
explain.
of Odin. Is that right?
Pardon? Yes,
Was
Frigga was the
Frigga
wife
the
of
wife-
Odin. And
Okay.
Hulda's been known to go on the wild hunt with Odin as well. So they're all intertwined.
Okay. Summer from Astaria Sun asks, is Hecate the moon goddess?
I think Diana is more of the moon goddess, but there's so many of them that
Diana?
are. Um, I don't work with Hecate. I think she's more of the triple goddess.
Triple. I always heard like triple moon. Triple moon
Yeah,
goddess.
yeah. She's the goddess of witches, but there's so many of them who are. The Christians made
Yes.
Hulda a goddess of witches, thinking it was a insult, but it's really not.
Exactly. Um, so April, Lady Blind Wolf says, I do get goddess ancestors spirit animals. I think that's what she means. I do get or get. Opal says, Bast and I butt heads at first, but I'm a cat person, so I think that's why she seeked me out. Yeah. There's a goddess that came up for me, but she doesn't want to be named. She is not that well known, and that's Emma.
And
And Drew
maybe someday she will come out to you. They do what they do
exactly.
when
Drew
they're
asks,
ready,
what is your
not when
favorite
we're ready.
crystal?
Pardon?
Drew asks, what is your favorite crystal?
Oh, geez, Drew. Um, all of them. I love moonstone. I love moonstone so much, and I love selenite. I don't have a lot of different crystals. Not enough. Do we ever have enough? And I
Nope.
don't know a lot about crystals, but I love selenite. I love amethyst. I love quartz. I love all of them. Moonstone might be my favorites. Um, the opalescent kind of moonstone. I don't know exactly what that's called, but the one that has that opalescent look to it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Rainbow, I think it's called Rainbow Moonstone.
Yes, thank you.
I feel like it's not worshiping of the goddess, but it's more like you're a devotee of them. You honor them and have a relationship with them like family. That's what Jessica Morales says.
You know what? And I have felt that way before, and I know it's not popular, but I do worship my goddess. I would get down on my knees for my goddess. I do worship her. I work with her, but I do worship her. And I don't know if that came from my Christian upbringing or what. But I'm so in awe of goddess and God energy. I just, it's so much bigger than I am. And it's more to me, it's more than working with them. I do worship, and I know that's not popular, but
I mean, think about it. Isn't that just terminology, though? I mean, if you're saying that you're a devotee and that they're family, so what?
I mean,
What is
I leave her
worshiping? Isn't that
offering.
lifting somebody up that you care about? And
Mhm.
so, isn't it essentially the same thing? And it just comes down to
It
terminology.
right. It's just a word, maybe, right?
Yeah. I mean, I worship my kids because I care about, how they feel and try to lift them up and be there for them and help them and,
Right.
put myself out sometimes for them and vice versa. I kind of
Mhm.
look at it also as kind of like worshiping that person,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's hard to say I don't worship somebody that I have a shrine to, that I have an altar to. I think that's a
Mm.
form of worship to
And you're
me.
giving altar, or I mean, you're giving offerings and stuff too, right?
Exactly. And I think worship might just be a word. I think we all kind of, if you have a shrine or an altar to somebody, I think that is worship.
Yeah. Just like prayer. I don't think
Right.
it's any different than spell work. I've said this all
I
along.
do too. I agree totally. I agree totally.
All comes down to intention.
Hmm.
Um, just started working on some new crystals. Just joined. Hello, Rochelle and everyone. Hi,
Hello.
Wheel Song 81. My goddess is the same right now, walking my path. Yeah, that was Emma. Drew. The thing I love about Hecate for me is that she is more of a teacher than to be worshipped. She wants those who want to learn, but that's not my view. And that was Lily Pad.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's different for all of us. And that's good and that's okay.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat, you know?
Exactly. Whatever makes your life better.
Yeah. So, does anyone have any more questions? If not, we are going to close this up. And I know that you're probably pretty tired, aren't you?
I'm gonna have a cocktail the minute I get off of this thing. It was so nerve-wracking to me to do this. I've never done a live before, so
You're a
it's
natural,
fun.
honey.
It's fun.
You're a natural.
I'm a blabbermouth. Basically, I'm a blabbermouth, so
Hey, I like listening, and I can
I
relate.
like
I'm a
talking.
blabbermouth. Exactly. Especially with like-minded people, right? Having conversations that
Right.
you want to have.
It's so awesome that we can
Exactly.
do this together. It's just amazing and cool. Really, really cool.
I'm telling you, I want to have where there's 6 of us, because that's the amount that we can, go
Oh,
up
that
to
would
with
be
StreamYard,
so
and just
fun.
pick a topic and let's just talk. A panel of like
Yeah.
6 people.
Yeah, that would be so fun. And I love the chat. I love being part of the chat as well, where you can talk to other people. It's just so nice.
Absolutely. It's cool. I just appreciate the support. Walking my path. You did wonderful. Yeah, she's saying you did
Thank
wonderful.
you.
That was Summer. We all have different views, so our worshiping to our gods and goddesses are all different. Absolutely.
Exactly. And that's how it should be. We don't all have to be the same.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I don't think we have any more questions. Other than people saying that came in a little bit later, they're going to be watching from the beginning. And so I just want to say, Trish, thank you so much, sweetheart. I have really enjoyed this. I fell in love with you a few months back when I discovered you, and yeah, no looking
Thank you
back.
so much. This was awesome fun. And I just love that you're doing this type of thing. The last one who used to do this that I remember was Arwen Lynch. Do you know who Arwen is?
I don't know
Okay.
who.
Well, she used to interview people all the time on her channel. And this so much reminds me of back then. So,
You know, I will say really quick though, if there are questions that you guys want to see me start doing, you know, leave it in comments. Questions that you already
Yeah,
have maybe to the roster. Okay.
that would be
I'll put
awesome.
up there. Uh, Leanne does have a question. Is there a set time when a new interview will be out and how many did you do already? Oh, good gosh.
Well,
I've
you've
done
done quite a few.
maybe 10
Yeah, it's been quite a few.
so far, and I'm already scheduling into February. And no, I don't have a set time for interviews, honey, just because everybody has different schedules. So it's trying to get people. Some are on different time zones. So it's just whatever works, you know, for everyone involved. That's why the reason why we had to do it with Trish this morning is because she works nights. So
I'll be in
and
bed at noon, so
exactly. But
this
I
was
like
great
the
though.
time.
I can't believe how many people were awake. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I would never have known you were nervous. Yeah. Leanne says you did wonderful. I never would have known you were nervous.
And you know why that is, Leanne? It's because you, Rochelle, are just so good at making people feel comfortable. I felt totally comfortable once I actually got on here and started talking to you.
So that means you guys that still want to be interviewed, you let me
Yeah,
know.
it's super fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, sweetheart. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you. And thank you, everybody who showed up to watch. That was awesome.
Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm so honored to be in this community. I can't even
Oh,
tell you.
so am I. It's
It makes
wonderful.
the world a better place for me.
Yeah, definitely. Me
So
too. Me too.
have a
Bye.
good afternoon, everyone.